Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Clickshot or Pixel Media, however you want to call me. It's up to you. And welcome to my very first tutorial in Cinema4D. And yeah, today I'm going to show you how to make this floor, because some of you want to see a tutorial about this. It's really easy, so this is gonna be a pretty short tutorial. But yeah, so let's head in Cinema4D. Open new document, then press onto this button, press and hold it until you got this drop down menu, and make a square. There we go. It's a bit slow when I'm capturing, I'm sorry for that. Come on. Yeah. Okay, now I don't like this really sharp edges you can see here. They're default, but to change that, just check the second box. You can check right here, down there. I can say how much it should be rounded. That's absolutely too much. Let's maybe like something like 5. Well, maybe 10. Yeah, that's nice. Okay, now the picture we got more squares. So how to do this? You could copy and paste them and align them by hand, but that's taking way too long. So just go to MoGraph up there and make a cloner object. By the way, I'm working with a Cinema4D 12, but that should be there in 11 as well. Like this one. Now you have to pull the square into the cloner object. How you do this? Just take it, and then if you see an arrow that points to the left, that's not what you need, because if you do this, it will just put it in front of it or under it when I put it in it, so the arrow has to point down. I was in it, and you can see it's cloned. If you put on the cloner object, you can see it a bit better. But that's not what we want, how we want to clone it. And so you got the attributes of the cloner object down here. So we're gonna change that to grid, I think it's in English. Oh yeah, by the way, I don't speak English usually, maybe you heard it already. I speak German, so please don't be too hard to me if I make mistakes, and I definitively will make mistakes. So yeah, my Cinema4D also is in German, so I hope you can see everything. Sorry. So now we've got them cloned in 3 ways: in the z-axis, in the x-axis, and in the y-axis. But the y-axis we don't need, so we'll put that down to 1. It's error like that. The first one here is the x-axis, then the y-axis, and the z-axis. Now you can change the distance between squares. That's what we need. But before we do that, you can see they're too less. So let's crank the numbers here up at the x and the z-axis. I think for this picture I took 20. Yeah, now we can see the distances are really not enough. So cranked it up to maybe, I don't know, 40,000. Okay, too much. 4,000. Yeah. Looks better. Also for the z-axis. Now we can see we've got a nice floor made of squares, but it's not perfect, so let's just align that a bit. Looks better. Let's take 3,850. That's good. Also the z-axis. And the y-axis we just don't need, because it won't change anything if we change something, because it's only one. There's only one clone on the y-axis. So now how we make this nice little distortion in the middle. That's now just click on the clone object, close that, maybe name that floor. Then go again, go to MoGraph, effectors, and take a random. Now it affected it, but it affected everything and not really in the way we wanted. Change on the effector, go to the last like a tag you get here. Change this to what's it? To ball, not ball. I don't think it's ball. Just take this one right here. Now it's way too small. Let's crank it up, maybe 1000. Bam. Still too small. If you want to do it manually, just pick the little orange squares see here, drag them. Now you want to make it a bit bigger, just like that. Now here, I don't know what's it in English. I'm sorry for that. I hope you find it. Also under the last tab, just crank it up. If you have it at 0, you will see immediately after every square that is in the circle, in the ball, in the sphere, that's the word, sphere, in the sphere, is immediately affected. If you pull that to 100, it will take a time until it's 1. So here it's 0% affected, and in the middle it's 100% affected. So yeah, maybe don't make 100%, make 75 or something like that. Yeah. Now let's go to the parameters. Position, yeah, you want to have position, but not X and C. So make that 0. On the Y-axis, make that 150. It's a bit more. Sorry, you're still a bit sick. I've also checked the last one of this 3 checkboxes, and here don't take numbers like 30 and 20 and something like that. Just make them randomly by hand, okay? So as you can see, it turns them a bit. That just gives it a bit more the random effect. Actually, I want to have it still a bit bigger, like maybe 1000. Oops, 1000. Yeah. Now, yeah, that is the floor. Actually, that's everything. So really easy, as you can see. But now we also want to texture and light it. So first, let's make a camera. Go to this thing where you see the lights and everything, and take a target camera, I think. For activating it, press on this little square right here. Then it turns white, and we are way too near. Now, if you press 2 or you're scrolling, just scroll out, and with the 1 button you can move it. 3 won't affect anything, only with 1, and with 2 for the zooming. Zoom back in a bit. Yeah, like that. That's nice. Now let's make a background. It's also down here where we made the camera. You get background right here. And make a new material. Just double click into your materials. There you have it. Double click onto the material and then open it. Now uncheck everything but the color. Then click on this little arrow here and make gradient, color gradient. For this, and click on the name here. Then change the type to 2D circle, I think, circular. Now the first color is the color in the middle, and the last color, second color, is the color in the edges. So let's change that. I like something dark, so we have some contrast going on. Just make something what you like. Put it on background. Now you can see nothing happened. Yeah, you only can see it if you render it, so make a fast render. As you can see, we got the gradient in the background. Now, let's make the material for our squares. For the floor, I mean. Just make a new material. I will take a nice orange, dark orange, change this one to 30 and 80. Then activate the reflections, take Fresnel, and turn it down. Don't make it too hard because there won't be very much to reflect, otherwise it looks shitty. And add it to the square. Now we can see I have 4 different colors, the colors CM, Y, and K, And how you do this? Now you don't have to duplicate the cloner object. You only have to duplicate the square in the object. So if you duplicate this and delete now the color on one of both squares, I duplicate it with a press Control and then just drag it. Press Control, I can duplicate it. Now you can see, if you go out of the camera, every second square now has the color, and every second has no color. Now let's duplicate the color, Control click. Change this to blue so we see the difference. Add it to the second square. Now you can see we have stripes. Now we've got 4 colors, so let's make 4 squares. Now you can see now every fourth has orange and the 3 others are blue, because we have 3 squares in here that are blue. So delete these 2 colors, change that to something nicer than blue. Let's be yellow. Duplicate the material 2 times. Make something like green. Let's make like gradient. Nice dark green. Like that. Now add them. And now we've got 4 different colors. But they are linear. But I don't want them linear. I have them random. Change that. Just go on the cloner object. And here at the clones, don't do repeat, I think it is. Do random. Now you can see it randomly generates one of the squares as a clone, so it randomly has the 4 colors. Now that's it for floor. Let's add some lights. Now I've got the GSG Grayscale Gorilla Light Kit Pro. If you really use Cinema4D often and have some problems with lighting, buy that. I bought it and it's really worth the money. I can show you just very fast what it is. I take overhead softbox, double click on it, and we can see there it is. Now if I just render that fast, oh my god, it's so laggy. What's happening? Yeah, render that fast, you can see it looks actually really good. Actually this takes a long time, so it's don't do this. But yeah, you don't have it, I think, or at least not all of you, so we will do it manually. So first, make a plane right here, pull it up and crank up the size, really make it big so it covers the whole, like, yeah, the whole floor. Sorry. Then just delete these 2 colors, don't need it. Make a new material, uncheck everything and then check the luminance, and I leave it white. Add it to the plane, then make a light, and for the light make oh my god, a real light, I think. Yeah, that's it. Pull it up a bit till it's underneath the plane, not above the plane, otherwise we won't see anything then. Flip it 90 degrees, and also you can set the size, so crank it up until it's nearly as big as our plane. So now we got this. Now if you render, we'll see it actually looks not bad, but it's not really nice. You see the nice reflections, that's why we made the plane. For reflections, only for reflections actually. Let's activate global illumination. Go to the render presets. You can click here if you don't have them. Go to effects, global illumination. If you have 11, I think it's already here, just check it. And yeah, just leave that so it goes a bit faster. I actually want to pull that down so it renders a bit faster for you guys, because I don't think you want to see rendering. Let that do the work. Yeah, that's what we wanted. That looks much better. Yeah, like that. So Let's go to the light and actually put that down a bit. Let's make 75%. Now what we want to do, put the light into like our plane. So it's one object, copy and paste it. Then make it smaller. You can see on the coordinates, make it something like 0.3, I think that should work. And pull it down. Yeah, that's nice. Pull it aside and flip it. So we've got some nice reflections from another side as well. We'll do the same then for here. Now I want to duplicate the material, delete it from this one, and make it slightly, and if I say slightly, I mean slightly yellow. Only a little bit. Add it, and also the light that's here, we'll make a little bit yellow. So we got some yellow reflections on this side, right here. You can see them here. That's why I made the rounded edges. Then duplicate this one. And move it over there. Flip it around. Whoops. Has not to be perfect. Don't has to be perfect. Don't, yeah. Sorry for my English, it's really bad, actually. Also delete material, duplicate this one. Now make it slightly blue, just like that. Add it. Change the light to slightly blue, something like that. Then render it. Now you can see we've got some nice reflections down there. And remember, all the lights are now on 75% and not on 100, because it would be maybe too bright. But I think that looks really cool. We've got nice reflections on the edges right here. You can see here the global illumination makes it a bit blue, and here a bit yellow. That just gives your renders a bit more color, because yeah, if you see something in nature, you don't want to see only one color. There will be reflections and shiny things. Yeah, that actually looks really good. And now you can put the colors you want to the squares. You can put your logo into it, make a nice render, maybe animate how the floor got distorted, everything. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed this little tutorial. It was my first. Please comment if you liked it, give me some feedback, everything that was good, but also everything that was bad, of course. Rate the video please, and if you like it, if you want to see more, subscribe to me. Thanks for watching, see you guys.